I think that's probably what happened with the that big lag spike that YouTube actually started. Still gotta figure out a better solution for this dual streaming thingy. Our build's gonna change much with the new update. Well, we generally have most builds already updated, if not all builds updated on the Maxroll site. It just depends on the class. The Paragon boards will change for sure because of the unique glyph. So expect to have to redo your Paragon board a bit. But the builds themselves just really depends on the class in terms of what changes. If there should be anything major besides changes on Paragon board. Again, that definitely depends on class. Like for instance, Druid. You're doing poison, like let's say you're doing Poison Shred Druid. There's definitely a lot of changes, right? Whereas let's say Barrage, or Pin Shot, there won't be any major changes except for the Paragon board. So yeah, it's definitely class dependent. I forgot. Legion. I forgot the world boss. Didn't I forget the world boss? I did. I forgot the world boss. Well, whoops. Let's do chest plates. The master gives you. You only get one of each. Yeah. Do I want to do Legion? I do. Did you question what damage type does Capstone level 50 mobs do? Again, fire and shadow. I think about it. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Not in town. It's been a while since I fought the Capstone. So I had to kind of think about that for a sec. Where am I? Oh, I'm in Kyrgyzstan. Yeah, I guess while I'm here, let me go see, pick up some herbs. Nice bean, nice. Ghost Rider armor. Yeah. Yep. There's the one transmod that I actually liked. That I saw. I appreciate the follow. Let's see, 2 minutes. I can't even do it because I don't have the the stronghold done. Guess what? Never mind. We'll just go back to dungeoning then. For Barrage though, actually Riptide, I'm actually considering doing swapping swapping where Edge Masters and elements, or like having having elements on a two-hand crossbow instead. It would be more bang for your buck, for sure. The more and more I think about it, man, like, I know I'm saying I'm gonna play Rapid Fire tomorrow, but well, Tuesday. But I don't know. Something really feels really good about not having to like evade after my rapid fire shots to not kill like the lag or whatever. I can just kind of fire back to back pretty fluently, or back to back combo rotations pretty fluently, and I get 2 aspect slots too. I say 2 just because I mean I don't have to have like repeating on the two-hander. I can just go pure damage. Yeah, we'll see how I feel, man. Like initially I said I was gonna do rapid fire, and I think we got something coming out on Maxroll with the display and stuff like that, but I don't know, man. If I can get the right angles, I can move things around. Like when things actually do take more damage, which, you know, or have more health or whatever, then I can just kind of like do a couple of after images and kind of walk around a bit. Because I still should be getting Umbra stacks while that's happening. See how it feels when you don't one-shot them. Well, that's the thing. I think like each arrow with Barrage just kind of hits so, like, it just hits so strong in general. That like won't be too many case scenarios where you're not doing that. It's like unless you're trying to like go pretty high without the unique lift, you know what I mean? I evaded into the shadow and then I got CC'd.
walls don't bother. Cave in.
I'm not ready.
Like in a tight quarter like this. I actually don't even know what killed me right there. But yeah, in like a tight quarter like that, rapid fire would have been considerably better there. There's no way to even like get them to route around to the outside arrows. That is every glyph, including the magic ones. Super Mike, what's going on? Didn't even see you there. Also, Perp, what's happening? What do I have? I hate this area. I'm always in this town. Don't know why. You got your first Uber tonight? Oh, that's awful. The melted heart. Well, I guess it depends on the class you play. I do have a max elements I can use. And I also have a rain too, so I guess that works. Yeah, that looks nice. We'll swap out the ring. Is that one better than this one? The health goes down a bit. I don't know if I want to trade that ring for anything else though. Do I want to print over the current one? Because like this one, this is my rapid fire ring, so. Appreciate the follow. Probably. Well, cool. I'm second your bill. Oh yeah, actually totally forgot. Let's do it now. Discord. Wait, why is it blank? Try again. Yeah, it shows a blank for me. I wonder if it's because I'm not logged in. Am I not logged in? I'm logged in. Strange. There you go. Yeah, we got it. That link works. Let me turn off my Duck Life and Maxroll logos there. Hi Doctor, which build is easy for leveling? I'm a level 60 rogue, and to be fair, I can't get along with Twisting Blades, but I kind of like Flurry. Flurry is fine. Flurry works. Flurry, Barrage is also pretty easy as well. Those would be the three I or the two I would suggest. Either Barrage or Flurry is fine. Why's your skill grade out? Retired. Oh wait a minute, it's because of the Shaco, right? So you have a free shadow step. Is that what it is? Got it. I figured. Okay. Frostbitten. Dude, this, if it wasn't for To Boss Will, honestly, if it wasn't for To Boss Will, I like this. It's instant freeze just by just having them kite. And then obviously a lot more damage when they're frozen. This is without you even having to like, you know, pop the cold imbue. Which I assume that's the reason why you only run one imbue, because you don't have to really imbue until they're not frozen anymore from the initial. Is that how that plays? Okay. That makes a lot of sense. Like a lot of sense. And then of course you got your that also makes sense. That's obedience, of course. 3 ranks to frigid finesse. And damage reduction versus distant enemies. Kind of on the fence with that too myself. I just don't know what I'm gonna like. What's gonna be the most dangerous for me in the Avatar Zero? So I just go just pure damage reduction. But chances are, yeah, distant damage distance is probably gonna be the biggest thing. You get hit by a corpse ball off the screen in the high Avatar, and that can just end your rift. Do you find yourself low on resources though? I see your resource regen. Okay, because you have resource generation here on like both. Then you have to possible, but I guess you also don't have like multiple evades either. I see. Okay. Doombringer. But yeah, like I said, if it wasn't for Tibalt's will, I'd actually spec more into this with Barrage myself. Because it really makes a lot of sense. Like I said, the thing is like at the moment, like I don't know if I have enough slots to give up, because I really like having Dark Shroud. Obviously this, you know, is without Dark Shroud. So I guess feel some sort of way about that. Then you got Blaze Shift, makes sense. Barrage. And Rapid Fire? Yes. Oh, are you gonna switch out to Rapid Fire on the Bloodseeker towards the end? Yeah, you can't do Umbers with this. That's the reason. That's exactly why I'm saying. Like, if it wasn't for Tibalt's Will, if I didn't have to run Tibalt's Will, like let's say next season or something like that, and not too many aspects change, I totally would do this. But with Umbris. Okay. Close. I probably need to do this too, Sturdy. The more I think about it. That, Horse Dash, Grenade, all that. How do you feel about this, Agile? Do you find it like quite useful? I was thinking about it, but I'm kind of like, I mean, obviously it can save your life. You dodge a course bow shot, and like that's the difference between you living and dying, even if it is a small. Okay, I want to try it myself then. Golden View, lucky hit. I guess this is the same thing as this. Just if you were imbued, I guess. Theoretically. Well, why is your close quarters combat so low? I literally just thought about that. Unless is it just a planner thing or? Yeah, yeah, so much control, like damage from control. I'm surprised it didn't. Yeah, you have to kind of went in. Uh, Iranas. They're fixing the damage over time reduction thing. Did you see the patch notes or whatever? Apparently they're supposed to be fixing the dot stuff. So you may not even have to be so careful with this. Oh, well, for right now, yeah, yeah. with the way dots are right now, yeah. But you're saying this is your avatar of Zero Planner, so that's what I was asking. Look for updated AOZ prep for my Blizzard sword. Paragon board is quite interesting. It's northward, so you just go with it and be like, yep. I really like this glyph, by the way. Like a lot, a lot. But of course, it's physical only. Of course, diminish. Diminish is actually going to be well physical damage, I guess. I was thinking about just all damage from vulnerable enemies, since vulnerable should be up pretty often. And combat is so underrated, but yes, combat good. Oh, now I know why. Okay, never mind. I guess something. I forgot. You're doing tricks of the trade. I forgot. I was looking at this for a second. I'm like, this looks a little like awkward, but I do like this too, though. For Barrage, I do like both Brawler and Ranger. I think both of those are really good. And this is where you get your shadow resistance from, huh? Yeah, you have to get so much damage reduction actually from this. Close in. I need to take a look at my barrage boards again. Put that in mind. Because I think I might have just taken cunning and then just left that alone. But I'm almost actually surprised. Well, I guess for barrage you may not crit as much, but I'm almost surprised you didn't try to take this or pick this up since you also have physical damage. But I guess I don't know how you would pick that up though. Like, there's no way you really can, unless you save points here. Like, if you didn't take this, then you can easily either do that or pick up a few nodes for control, or both actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so you got 3 here. 4, 3, sorry, 4. Yes, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. Yeah, you could. I guess it's just, I mean, that is definitely like a more, um, yeah, and you'll be capped. Well, you still have to pick up a resistance though, don't you? Swap to no witness from the life. Yeah, I think the life is really, really good. Honestly, when you have a rare node buff like that to it, resistance are pretty tight. Yeah, I figured you had to find another way to do that. You already got your resistances over here. All right, I I get it. I get it. I think this is a very very interesting setup, but I like it a lot. Trying to figure out whether or not like I want to like trade out a glyph for myself for like devious or something, like a board like this too. Simply just because like that would help with survivability a lot, especially with the Doombringer. But yeah, since you're also not doing puncture, going all out on the chief shot board probably doesn't make the most sense. Like I find this pretty interesting that this is just damage reduction to from slowed enemies and not damage reduction from crowd control. Like I wonder why it's like that. Because if it was just crowd control, I'm pretty sure you would have just taken this instead of going all in on tricks of the trade. Yeah, I I think this is probably something I want to I guess mentioning now doesn't make any that won't make any difference to the devs because it's like it's too late for them to even like adjust that. But like I don't understand why it's just to slow enemies. I don't get it. It's almost like this is like a pin shot board, but at the same time it's like that's weird too because you have cheap shot and that's like nearby crowd control enemies and pin shots range. So it's like when I think about it and enemies being slow, like what do we have that's like a good source of just slow other than puncture and pin shot? You know what I mean? Like even punctures, depending on how you look at it, puncture. I mean, unless you have shared, even though misery, it's kind of hard. Chilling way slow. I'd use it too. It will almost seem like it like if you could get like a glove with a chance to slow or something like that, then this would be worth it. But then you're also taking a chance, right? I don't think you want your literal well being on an entire board based on the chance versus a guaranteed slow. Actually, now I think about it, forget that. Here, if you could have gotten rid of this, you could have just picked up this. That's a lot of damage to crowd control enemies. That's just like free for your close quarters combat. Like let's say you keep this node because you want to keep your resistances, right? Let's say you remove these 3, 1, 2, 3, because you wouldn't need those 3. You can just pick up 1, 2, 3. I don't know. That's probably the most you're gonna be able to optimize that, considering that the dots may not be as crucial. Or if the dots were fixed the way they are, the dots will barely hurt. That's really it though. That's all. That's legit all I could think about. But I really like this though. Finishing Grease and Frostbitten. I like that a lot. I just wish. I would say wish, but I guess if it wasn't for Disobedience, if I didn't need to use Disobedience, Abattoir Azir, I'd probably do that. Like this is something I could do now without disobedience. Yeah, I'd feel okay. Mostly okay. But not an abattoir, of course. But yeah, cool. Very, very cool actually. Interested to see what you end up doing with that. Price, incense, and elixirs. Yeah, I'm yeah. I guess also the same. Like I I'm really curious to see how strong that glyph becomes, or how much damage we're actually gonna get with that glyph. Yeah, well that's cool. I like, you mean his setup or whatever? Yeah, I like it a lot too. I'd probably honestly would build closer to that if it wasn't for me like just liking Dark Shroud. I can't see myself giving up Dark Shroud. So it sometimes kind of becomes as if you're like kind of trading off. So, you know, may not have as much damage reduction like from like close and distance or whatever, but at the same time I have Dark Shroud and that's a tremendous damage reduction. Especially considering with Tobalt's Will, with the fact that we hit so many times now, with so many arrows, it's like keeping up Umbrus is actually easier this time around than it normally would be. Am I gonna run Tobalt's and AOZ initially? Yeah, you kind of have to as a rogue. Like you have to. You're not gonna deal any damage if you don't. Unfortunately. Yeah, so rogues don't have a choice. It's definitely not an option. I guess what can I move points from? Actually, kind of like this. I guess I could just move points from here. Do dodge. I'm gonna see how this dodge feels. What else can I like finagle or move around a bit? Probably not too much more. I kind of need everything this year. Let's do that. I think I opened up a dungeon, did I not? Did. Okay. Really? Yeah. It is pretty obnoxious. I didn't even grab this. Okay, that was a weird interaction with that dome. Peter, what's up, man? Do you appreciate these late streams of mine? Yeah, I seem to get more love for like if I start a little later. Well, this time I started really late, not on purpose, but I seem to get more love when I start later than my normal time than if I start on my normal time. Because normally I start like 9 p.m. Eastern time, roughly. If I start at like 10:30 or something like that and go a little longer later in the hours, yeah, people tend to like that more. At least my viewer count tends to like that more. The time zone on my end, Eastern Standard Time, so it's 4 a.m. here. That's a little person right there. What's up? Zero in that hour? Yeah, I am. For sure. Oh, Riptide. Do I think Weapon Master is worth dropping Methodical Dash? In my opinion, yeah, because it's multiplicative. So it's like, then again, you also have Shadow Step too. So like, and you have multiple ways to daze. So like, I'd say if you were doing dash by itself, I would probably keep like methodical dash. But I guess because you're doing dash and shadow step, I think 1 point in the dash is fine. In fact, actually, probably you can just save all 3 points in dash. You don't even need points in dash if you don't want to, and just put those 3 points elsewhere. That is, unless you're dashing through enemies to get that crit damage bonus a lot. then that's probably a different story. You dash into freeze, yeah. Okay, well then. But you know what's good though? Purposes late streams are dope. You know what's really good though? I was thinking about domination, vampiric power. I think but in the high levels, right? You know, where basically, you know, you take your enemy below, you know, at 35% of their health and they just instantly die. Like, that's a lot. Like right now, it doesn't matter at all right now, but like in the highs or whatever like that, that's like pretty big. And of course, if you just put like 1 point into the passive before consuming shadows, you have a way to kind of get a stun in. And of course you freeze anyway, so like that works too. So I think that vampiric power becomes a bit stronger. The question would be is like, could you really like where would you fit that though? Don't fix prayer that then you'll drop vulnerable altogether and go hectic domination. The only thing about vulnerable though is vulnerable ensures that your barrage arrows ricochet. I mean, crit chance does too, obviously, but vulnerable is a guarantee ricochet. And while the ricochets aren't really that great, it's still like I still find it pretty important. That's the only thing. That's really the only reason why I kept any source of vulnerable on like barrage. So I just think Vul will be obsolete down the line and crit will return as a big damage maker. I don't think I would see crit return in this former glory just because both vulnerable and crit are now in the same category with everything else. It's just a matter of does crit damage scale with something that's on your like in your build itself. Like, do you get extra something because you got crit damage type things? You know, if you have that, then yeah, crit damage is really worth. Outside of that, it's hard to justify taking it unless your build just 100% crits. And then if your build, you know, 100% crits, then you'll take crit damage because it's just a higher roll, but not because it's multiplicative or anything like that, or the additional crit damage rolls are multiplicative. But yeah, I think like vulnerable. I wonder if that's something I can give up on rapid fire. Now that I think about it. What do you think about picking up vulnerable for barrage if you did that though? That's the thing, like I mean you probably can't said, what did I think about picking up vulnerable? Oh, okay. It's a hard choice, honestly. I think the ricochets are important, and I mean, unless you think you have enough crit chance already to like, if we're not to be a big deal, then that's one thing. But you're also going Blaze Shift too, so like if you had at least Puncture or something, where you would have vulnerable like that, then you can just kind of rely on that little bit of source of vulnerable for your ricochets on like the initial target. But yeah, it'd be kind of rough otherwise, unless you want to try to fit in a different aspect. I will say, I mean, with enough lucky hit chance, I mean, Cold Imbue could be that source, but there's also Shadow Imbue too as well, if you wanted to throw that in over like in the agility skill, but I don't really know if that would be worth it for you. Terror's bad. To be honest, I'm gonna run away if he appears in Avatar's You're talking about the Butcher. That'd be actually quite interesting if he actually does spawn in there. Why am I not looting at all? All the gear in Nightmare Dungeons are like not even worth it compared to like the gear that you get from during your runs. So it's not, honestly, they're really not even worth picking up. I'll pick up legendaries for aspects or whatever. But that's about it. For AOZ, without Uber Uniques, what would be your pick amongst the 3 rogue builds? Probably, I mean, it'll still be Rapid Fire. Yeah, Uber Uniques doesn't change anything. It's just, the Uber Uniques is just quality of life. It's just more damage reduction, that's it. It doesn't change the stylistic of the play or anything. Yeah, it'll probably be Rapid Fire still. Although I am kind of, I want to do it. I also want to do it with Barrage too. I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence. Speaking of Butcher. Victor didn't take too long on that. But yeah, I mean, Rapid Fire would have been quicker for sure. Would have shaved your time by like 13 seconds or so on the Butcher. But I think honestly a good chunk of that too as well is because the Butcher is also like, crowd control immune. So I think in the elite mob case scenario that don't really have, that isn't crowd control immune, your couple of arrows from your first 4 or 5, 6 shots could just be enough to be fine. Bloodseekers, I think, in my opinion, would be the biggest problem, of course. And even then, it just depends on how they attack you and the angles. And I mean, yeah, I mean, rapid fire would definitely be better in those scenarios. Like, thanks. I was wondering if I just change to pin TB or pin shot today. But you stick with rapid fire for now. I mean, I think kind of whatever you kind of want to play. I think. I think all the builds will do pretty fine. All the ones that you mentioned will do fine at Abattoir, honestly. It's just more so what style do you want to do it? I don't play Rogue. Is this pin shot? No, this is Barrage. A lot of people are wanting to lead TB, but it's still going to be super strong, if not the strongest. I feel like at the higher levels, yeah, because there's more time for poison to build up, for sure. So it's like, yeah. But it's honestly it's just all going to, you know, depend on. Yeah, like that would have been a 2-tap basically from rapid fire. So my arrows actually hit harder. Like my barrage heroes hit harder. It just I just can't hit with all 28 of on the same target. Said, and when you say cool, my only problem with pin shot is the double core. Oh, okay. Well, if you don't like double core, I would just play rapid fire then. I'm not honestly in most cases I'm not really the biggest fan of double core either, but just in general. But like pin shot is just very hard to not or to justify not having rapid fire in AOZ. Do you think pure rapid fire would do fine? Yeah, that's actually what I plan on doing. You gotta add, okay. Let me know when it's over. I mean, you probably didn't hear what I said, but maybe you read my lips. Vault of the Assassin. Classic Twitch. Yeah. Twitch is like, they knew. You're back, okay. So yeah, I plan on doing rapid fire for Abattoir Azure. Like that's gonna be my setup is rapid fire. I think rapid fire clears better than people think it does. Obviously pin shot, like in a crowded, 30 mob, blob or whatever, obviously pin shot is going to do better in that scenario by, a larger margin. But the thing is for me is how often is that going to happen in Abattoir Azure? More often than like just for me, it's gonna play a lot like this. You know, if I can just kill individual targets or a few targets extremely quickly, you know, I will never have a need for a massive amount of targets. And I really think that the ricochet of a rapid fire, considering that you don't really get much value out of it right now because stuff dies too fast, repeating from rapid fire skills better when there's more HP, because then the mobs can actually ricochet off of each other with repeating. Whereas right now that isn't the case because stuff dies too fast. So rapid fire gets better the stronger the mobs are. And I think that's something that I don't think a lot of people, like, you know, really truly see or, you know, quite understand it. But I think for clearing rapid fire, it's gonna do just fine. Of course, single target, you're not gonna beat it unless you're sitting in one spot for like 20 seconds with TB or something, like TB poison or whatever like that, for it to catch up on damage. Sure, but you know, initially, like the first 10-15 seconds, you're not gonna beat a rapid fire rogue on like single target. But yeah, I think rapid fire's AoE is just fine. In fact, you know, criminally underrated. So I plan on proving that when it comes out on Tuesday. Gloves? What about gloves? You want to see what my gloves look like? Is that what you're asking? This AOZ will have 3 secrets at the end, which just might be viable without double core RF. Maybe. I think you would, if you're gonna do that, you'll have to run poison imbuement. Instead of rapid fire. And probably get, like, I'd probably do smoke grenade and poison imbuement over cold imbuement if you're gonna do it that way. Like just rapid fire by itself. And you might have to actually like spec into poison imbuement a bit just to kind of help with, you know, packs that are a little bit more stubborn and won't die immediately, because I mean elites will still be a problem. That's the thing. Pinch shot isn't really the greatest versus elites unless you have a big crowd, and you can kind of gimp them like because they're all bunched together. But if the elites are spread out with like that, your pinch shot struggles a lot. That's kind of like, that's more so the issue. Initially, when the game first came out, you know, that's exactly what I did. Shadow and poison pinch shot. The poison was to help with the single target damage. And upon release, that actually worked out pretty well. But over time, as things got buffed and nerfed and stuff like that, then it became difficult to justify doing poison without speccing heavily into it. Oh, come on. I shadow stepped. That shouldn't have hit me. VH, be sure to follow. We're thinking about that as well. Guaranteed bursting minutes path from pinch shot with to boss seems bug. Seems crazy too as well. Yeah, that's gonna be really interesting to see how that really turns out for pinch shot. You might be able to do you know, just a poison pinch shot and just skip rapid fire altogether, and then kind of have the poison imbue kind of, you know, take care of everything with bursting venoms and X-Fall procs that way. See you, Mika. Pigman, what's going on? Do exclamation mark Maxroll. This is the Barrage guide on Maxroll. Sorry, I didn't update the build link. I got greedy. I shouldn't have went in. That was so greedy of me. This is a map I used to try to gather, so if your mods are following or not. With about 2 screens, they stop and reset. Yeah, that's kind of the other issue with pin shot too, as well. As like, I don't think unlike grid or rifts or whatever, like you're not able to like gather in an entire screen and just blow them up. So it kind of like, you know, yeah, risky for the biscuit. Yeah, it totally didn't pay off. I really hate that it sits right on top of the mobs you're trying to kill. That's so dumb. Pin shot would have a fail day if that's possible. That's actually the thing is that I think that's probably something I want to make a point home to the devs about. I think I might actually like do a write up again to the devs about some of the rogue skills, because that's actually a point that I didn't mention that I probably should have. Not that I think about it. The fact of the matter is that obviously pin shot skills with density and whatnot, but it's like you can't really pull a bunch of density to make use of the obvious piercing mechanic that you want to be strong if mobs are going to run away after being pulled a certain distance. So that's actually a very good point to kind of bring up and make for that. And I didn't even think about it like that. I said everything else about pin shot, did not say that part.
I'll keep my forge hot. Return soon. Up closer at a distance. I have weapons for any engagement. Solid bits here.
I really don't even use the not really using dash like I thought. Kind of can't go back to smoke screen. I have to give up stuff. I have to give up that. I don't want to give up that. I kind of like the dodge, actually. Let's hold on to that for a bit. $45K Sigil Powder now. I want to be like others and complain about my Durio drops, but man, I wish I had gotten a Doombringer. The recent findings that you can only spawn max 3 BB powders before the next one spawns. That kind of makes sense. I appreciate the follow. What class am I? Rogue. Yeah, this dodge goes off quite a bit. The 12% doesn't seem like it's as much, but I do see it pop up quite a bit. I play the one with the dogs. I mean, Druid. Druid companion. Well, 12%. The 12% from the passive for dodge. Agile.
It's hard to think of the meaning of those damn bells. It fills my head.
I'm gonna try to go this way. Is that additive to our dex dodge percent? Honestly, I don't know. It doesn't give a plus or an X sign. It just says 12%. So I don't know if it's additive or multiplicative. Honestly, I'd assume it's additive, but. Wow. That was a lot. Survive. You know what the funny part about this Riptide is that like if it wasn't for the Tabasco pants, that I think Barrage would be fine. A single target because it's being compared to 28 arrows on a single target versus like maybe 5 arrows in a single target. Whereas like without Tabasco, you're looking at 8 arrows on a single target from rapid fire and the same 5 arrows on a single target for Barrage. So the relative difference is much smaller. You don't care as much. But the Tabasco will just makes it so massive. Like the gap is so massive. Relative. Does close quarters combat mean? Oh, CQC means close quarters combat. It's in the D4 planner under variance of the build. Yeah, I guess that if I was to type out close quarters combat, it wouldn't fit. Personally, I think it's underrated. Or I'm just biased trying to find underdog things. Which one do you think is what do you think is underrated? Or which part? Or I don't know what you're responding to. Agile? I think you're right. I actually like it quite a bit. Like I see it up and proccing like more often than I thought it would. Personally. Like you actually feel a difference. It's not just like, oh, so, you know, tab it more. It's like, no, you actually do dodge. Like you have to see dodge happen. They play Flurry, that's a true underdog. I mean, if you're playing a bow build in general, like you're pretty much a underdog. Bloodseekers. Actually, I want him. I want him to hit me. Actually, this is a barb. Good thing. That's upheaval. It's done. Oh. I reacted too slow. I was gonna try to shadow step out of that, but whatchamacallit, that's done. I gotta be very careful with that metamorphosis. Must be an event to the right side. Now, Bill, please do exclamation mark Maxroll. It's the Barrage build on the Maxroll site. I'll get the link in a second. That was bad. There you go, Pigman. Thanks, Peaches. Oh no, there was no event that size. In the zone, I think I need to try Rogue. Really like the skills. Seems like a great class. I think it's a fun class. I do think that rogues are a bit pigeonholed in terms of options, due to close quarters combat being so really like ridiculously strong. So like the play styles, you're all gonna kind of be somewhat similar to, you know, do whatever you can to proc close quarters combat. But rogues is quite a bit of buttons. And if you don't mind like a more active play style, then like rogue is fun. But there are some people who like don't like that. Like to kind of put in that kind of work, I guess, which I guess makes sense. Like, you know, if you're gonna put in a lot of work, you know, you better be the strongest class kind of thing. And obviously that isn't the case on, you know, for rogues. But I mean, if you just like something that's more involving and it's satisfying to be able to pull off your rotations and kill things with, I mean, rogue is fun. I have a hard time enjoying other class builds because of that. Although I did enjoy Frozen Orb a lot. My sword. Let's get balls. Actually, the Bond's Rest is actually. Okay, builds. It's fine. I should be close to 50k now. 47k. No clue how you got 125k Sigil Powder. That's a lot. Like, that's a lot. That's like a lot of. That's a lot. You really put in some playtime. Barrage aspect, no. The barrage aspect is like terrible, especially considering how many arrows we have right now. There's no need for the additional chance for an additional arrow at 40% of its value. It's really not worth it. Like there are stronger aspects than the barrage aspect to use. You farm nightmares. Well, then there you go. I was actually dropping sigils at one point. Like I was too lazy to go back and like salvage sigils, so I would just drop them on the ground until, of course, they announced Abattoir Azir thing, and I was like, oh, probably should have been salvaging this. But generally speaking, like I was gonna end up with so much sigil powder that I'm like, I'm never gonna use any of this anyway. So yeah, I would like literally just like drop sigils on the ground before they announced the event. Because like in season 1, we didn't use, like we barely, I mean, there was no reason to use sigil powder, like for what? Like there was no bottleneck. There was nothing to you know, craft if you were just doing T100s all day anyway. So I thought I didn't even need it. So yeah, I'd probably have somewhere like between 75, 80k. Maybe a little more than that. Had I like actually salvaged my sigils, the ones I actually didn't want. I really should play in groups though. Should play in groups and like just do group carries, but don't use my own sigils, so I can actually, you know, salvage sigils.
Yo, Darkside, we just got raided,
Let's
son.
go with the raid.
You know how we do.
What's going on,
Pay
Echo?
respects to our fellow streamers, man. I'm gonna need the chat to throw up some
Val from YouTube, what's going on?
Die Thug Life
Echohack rated my stream with 78 views.
Oh, it's echoing. And I know that it is. I got that tab open. The stream elements. That's exactly what it is. Just get off of that. But thanks, Echo. Appreciate you, man. You have a good night. I know you're like going to bed now. It's late. It's late for you. Late for me too, but yeah, you have a good one, man. I couldn't even attack that thing. You like the profile pic? Nice. I got some upgrades coming too. I'm actually surprised I'm gonna surprise the stream with it one day. And I also updated my stream layout. As you can kind of see, it's a little more minimalist. But I still wanted to keep the you know, night vibes, I guess you could say, while bringing back some more real estate. Speaking of which, I actually forgot my whatchamacallits. Where's my Maxroll logo and Thug Life glasses? There we go. They gotta grind. It's actually quite surprising how fast this is, though. How fast Barrage is in clearing these T100s. But they were mangled quite a long time. Soccer board, appreciate the follow. See, he's a bigger target, so like he had at least like 10 or 11 arrows like hitting him. Is there on the pass? Rin Tech. Appreciate the prime, man. Want to group for a few runs? Sure. I hate that the text comes out like in the middle of your screen like that. Ah, got a Bless Seeker. Ah! Got stuck. I feel like I'm gonna have to go Metamorphosis, man. I don't want to use Metamorphosis so bad. I really don't. I got Frost Novid. Like I was even thinking about putting like damage rock crowd control or damage rock crowd control gems in my gear just for when I am crowd controlled until like Shadow Step comes back into play. But might even like go with the other Shadow Step or the whatchamacallit on boosts instead of Manglers. So I'll have like at least one more charge of Shadow Step so I can get out of situations like that without having to use Metamorphosis. Yeah, when that is CC, yeah, neither do I. I think the double Shadow Step might actually alleviate that issue. Or actually, I can just do yeah, no, that's it pretty much. That's really the only really other option I got if I don't want to do Metamorphosis. mean, I do have, you know, smoke grenades. So I guess Manglers, guess wouldn't be as important. You got figures you can spin too. Are you saying you want to play solo? I guess my thought is that like if I have an extra charge of Shadow Step, which I almost will always will, then like anytime that I get crowd control, I can get out basically. Because like I'm not gonna overuse my Shadow Step when I don't need it. So I'm confident in that sense. But if I take out Manglers and do that, then I can definitely just do the Shadow Step. But however, Manglers is really good as like just normal crowd control in general. And also helps out a lot with I guess you know what I could do? Yeah, I guess trying to think. Oh, so you added extra letter? Okay, hold on. I think I got it right. Yeah, I probably would have picked I think for this I think expecting the rapid fire would have been better here. But that's okay. You said nice re-alert. What's up? What's up, Val? Hold on. Hold on real quick, guys. I gotta sell. Yeah, I think the double Shadow Step might be the play. If I want to be stubborn, if I want to continue to be stubborn for Metamorphosis, I just don't like the lag at the end of Metamorphosis, man. I really don't. Like I feel like the extra lag and then having to kind of wait to be able to do my rotations until the lag is gone, like actually hurts. Actually, not only does it hurt my rotations, but it hurts my DPS over time because like that's an extra like second and a half that I'm not able to do my rotations every time I Metamorphosis. So it's kind of like it's almost like, you know, obviously I recommend it on all the guides because they, for most players, they, you know, aren't gonna really feel that, but if you've been playing for a while, you definitely notice it. Oh, you're ping? What build are you playing? Oh, he's ballsies. Hit Bloodseekers. I got it. I think I'm gonna play rapid fire though. Yeah, I'll spec to rapid fire after this. Just we got ball lightning here.
I'm not ready yet.
So 7 mil barrage, yeah. Barrage can hit hard, man. Oh, God Slayer. Anyone that can help you with 4 Roshan shot, Mass T4, maybe we get a combination. Roshan runs. You said you had the mats? Yeah, make sure we do all the events too. So like make sure we don't skip events. Because events give Sigil Powder. You switch to PC. What are you playing on? A Stream Deck or? Appreciate the follow. Oh, laptop. Thanks, Sam. I'm killing it. Carsey, what's going on, man? Haven't seen you in a bit. How you been? Oh, it wasn't the curse run. Is this wall worth at 525 effect worth using? I would assume that. I think probably Macro wrote the guide to that one on Maxroll. If he did, he probably would give you very detailed information on whether something like that is actually, or whether a role like that is actually useful for the Lilith's Wall. I wouldn't know personally. Speaking of Shadow Step, the additional charge.
Come back if you need anything else. All things have value, I suppose. Yes, I'll take it.
Okay, so yeah, let me swap to rapid fire real quick. Actually, what am I doing? There we go. I need weapon mastery. Now I can put points into something. Okay, remember. We'll do close. A little barrage shooting 20 arrows to the side. Yeah. I think I honestly, outside of that, I really do think barrage is pretty strong. It's just that those side arrows, man, makes you, it's kind of cringe. I don't want to say, guys, almost done changing specs. I don't have too much more to go. Just glove and ring. Actually, wait a minute. What did I do? Oh, I know what I did. Never mind. All right, no, this works. This checks out. For Sork is not like to boss Wolf for unless it's just like resource related, isn't nearly as like impactful on other classes as it is on Rogue, relatively speaking. I know it's this season with season 1 with cunning shot. Yeah. Yeah. I'm in now. Maybe things will live long enough for me to have to get ricochets now. Rapid fire. That's how I'm like. That's why I want to play rapid fire in a group. Because it's like, hey, I might have to get some ricochets happening. Yeah, Riptide, I agree. Yeah. Is repeating ever worth? Is it worth? Yeah, you can't. You kind of can't play rapid fire without repeating. Well, you can, kinda, but it's. I mean, you do need repeating. It's a very important aspect of rapid fire. Still, the HP of the mobs is not high enough. I'm still like, there's still many arrows still left after I like shoot. Although I am seeing more ricochets happening, which is nice. This is rapid fire, yes. Oh, there's a Blood Seekers over here. I guess I'll. What was that? What was that? Did he? Was that like a rogue that shadow stepped to me or something? No, that was teleport, and then he frost nova me. That hurt. That hurt a lot. That was like insane burst damage I took though. And that was like with my Dark Shroud up too. You want to join in for 1 or 2? Yeah, sure. I guess that is that's it. I guess I gotta be able to survive the burst damage to not. Otherwise, metamorphosis ain't gonna matter. It does feel a lot better though. Like repeating feels so much better when there's more HP in the party. Yeah, dude, those Seekers hit really hard. Like Seekers is like the thing I wish I didn't have to use or play close quarters combat against. It's like I feel like the moment I jump in, it's like very, very dangerous. Like in that case, I would rather fight a boss. Then again, I guess that I'm being biased because I'm rapid fire, so I don't really care about bosses. Oh, I almost ran into that. Put it right into the explosion. It's kind of fun though. I actually kind of like the group play dynamic a lot better in D4 than in D3 by far. Let's go. What's going on, man?
Take my money.
Oh, Fatman shared X1. Why no poison imbue?
Why no poison imbue? What's that, man? No need. Like if things are dying in one rotation, then poison isn't gonna do anything. For this content, I'll put it that way. So I gotta figure out why I'm getting a double sound happening. I wonder if it's because is my YouTube thing up? No, it shouldn't be. It's not live there. So where is the echo coming from? Huh. I gotta figure that out at some point. Oh, let me check out my vampire power. We do Moonrise for now. So slow. Attack speed wise. Two boilers, blood boils. Let's sit together, I guess. Lag spike. Dude, that was a one-shot rotation with the ricochets. Frozen. I gotcha. Blood boy rip. You then on you? Okay. Oh, I don't know why I went down there with the blood blister. I bet it is nice for your flurry, isn't it? You don't have to go as far, right? Or travel as far to kind of chase down mobs or whatever.
Would you like something appraised? Be wary of bandits.
Oh man, live this bone storm is awesome. Getting a 5% bone storms everywhere. Finally got the build together for Blood Surge. Nice. Are you enjoying it? You enjoying it? I assume. Let's wait on the others. Hold up. I think Rip is doing something. All right. Whoa, that hurt. Oh, we got a curse shrine. Nice. Nice, 2 sigils is dropped in this area. That felt good. Why that TP in? Actually, I think this is the first time I died. Thank you. Yeah, that was just a real bad shadow step there.
It's locked.
I think I definitely do want the multi shadow step. I think that's gonna be a nice quality of life to have. I know Mingler's is awesome, but Vision America. All right, see you, man. I'm still down for some more if you guys are. That seemed pretty fast for 4 players and not having to use this. These hours are perfect for EE lunchtime where you're at. Where you are soon. Wait, what did we just open? Oh, okay. Go in there. Or after this, your kids can use a PC. You should tell him to get a job and get his own PC. He's what? 3, 4 years old? Totally old enough for a job. I mean, yeah, he had to work in China, but still, you know what I'm saying? Like. Just, first, I don't mean anything by that. No ill will by that by any means. For anyone that might have taken offense to that, I'm only just joking. Child labor stuff in China is horrific. Hydrate. I may not have anything to hydrate with, actually. I have to go grab something. Actually, do I have anything? I might. Yes, Curse Shrine. I like having this additional shadow step. It actually feels good. That was a weak shot by me. I saw the pull. I'm like, this is gonna be so juicy, and then I didn't even get the combo point proc. I think I still have one more on me. Just realized what time it was. I forgot I actually started later. Yeah. Well, I started like really. I started at like 1:30 a.m. Like 1:30, I think. Yeah, we can do one more. I'm gonna stay up all night, but boss wouldn't like that. It's a fair assessment. Scorpion, what's happening? How much powder do I gotta save? Somewhere like 48k, 48,000. I probably have around like 52,000 once I salvage. Well, no, not that much actually. Like 50 to 51,000 when I salvage the chunk that I have in my inventory now. Nice to see me live on Twitch. I'm doing pretty well. Just mostly casually farming for mats or sigil powder and also elixir stuff too as well. I gotta work on that tomorrow. More so probably the gold just to buy the elixirs really. Farm the mats and gold at the same time and then buy elixirs. You believing in me and movie, Joe? Which build am I bringing to AOZ? Rapid fire. Yep, pure rapid fire is what I'm doing. Pick up a new about follow chain lightning leveling build. Got the tier 3 level 50. Then do I switch to end game builds? Yes. Yep. Go to the starter tab. There's a starter end game tab for all Maxroll builds. Start following that. That was in the, that felt good. That was good. All the shadow imbues also overlap too. When shotting a pat with shadow be a pinch shot feels so good. It does. It does. Well, I didn't get a proc twice. Twice I didn't proc on that dude.
Time.
How long am I gonna be on? This is probably my last run. Cause it's like 6 a.m. so I gotta get ready for work soon. Actually, get ready for work in an hour and a half. I'll be there at work in an hour and a half. Which means I'm gonna nap good when I get in later on today from work. Yeah, otherwise how I would. That damage. Oh, you mean the poison to deal with unstoppable or whatever like that? That's the thing. Like, it depends on how well the poison, how well dot scale with the new unique glyph. Because I might actually just not bother with smoke grenade. But at the same time, though, like there's without the what do you call it? Without manglers, that's gonna kind of be hard to not have smoke grenade, not to have some sort of crowd control for myself. So I gotta think about that too. I could slap on some crowd control here for Shadow Crash. Right there. Yeah, Tolo, you're welcome. Probably end up doing more. We'll probably do some more group stuff tomorrow too as well, or more runs in general. I guess I just put the 1 point to rug. But yeah, good GGs. You go ahead and sell all the stuff I got, and then we'll head on out. But yeah, next time, Hada. Crash. Salvage sigils. Let's see. We'll just keep like 2 as your steadfast, I guess. Those 2 are fine. Let's have like a sick like the chapel, we'll keep that one. Taverns, heck yeah, I'll keep that. Hopefully, I guess I'll keep that too. 2 of those back to back. Taverns, keep that. So that salvage. Does my sigils look like? Sigil powder that like 50k. So I was 1k off from what I thought I would have. But that's all good though. It's the first time you've done group this season. Yeah, group play in D4 when it's just like you're just playing with friends and you're just killing things. It's so much more fun than what it is in Diablo 3. In my opinion. Like absolutely. I wonder if blood dungeons would be like that. No, there won't be. Talking about the Abattoir Azir. It won't be. If one person dies, that's it. It runs over. So I think the idea is just to prevent people from like trying to carry and get like free glyph XP for the unique glyph, which makes sense. It's supposed to be hard. So that makes sense. You gotta get tankier. I gotta think of different things I can do too as well. On my end. The Bloodseekers are gonna hurt. Since I'm too stubborn to run Metamorphosis, I have to kind of like go and finagle my stuff elsewhere. Any armor, but some more reduction. So I can get a little bit maximum life, maximum life, maximum. Grade. Actually, I thought I had less armor. So I'll finish it off that way. Very nice amount of HP though. And then charge zombies. The sentry boner. Oh, you mean the corpse bows is what we call them. All right, well, let's raid out, y'all. Let's go. We gotta go. Let's see who's doing stuff at this hour. It's been a long time since I've actually raided Night Daz. We'll go to Night Daz. All right, y'all. I'll be here tomorrow night. I will be on probably roughly my normal-ish time, so between 9 and 10 p.m. It won't be 1:30 like it was in like it was this morning / tonight. So yeah, and it will probably do much of the same as well as like farm for mass and things. But other than that, yeah, have a good one. Enjoy Night Daz. See you tomorrow night, and as always, till next time.